Good afternoon, Affordaplane builders and ultralight adventurers. This is Terry in Houston, and I'm in the garage today doing some work for Tango Alpha 1. Tango Alpha 1, of course, out at the hangar, but we had some orders from Aircraft Spruce come in, some more of those riv nuts. I really like those, so I'm going to be putting some more on the airplane. Also, I went and purchased a new piece of Lexan, big old sheet right there. You can see came in that cardboard, and I've already cut it out. Here's the old one here. It's not in horrible shape, but as always, whenever you do something, you always figure out ways that you can do things better. And one of the problems I was having here was this was starting to crack due to the fact that I had put some 8L clamps directly on it, and these were coming off of the landing gear struts, so they were stressing the plastic, and it caused a crack. And then just multiple attempts at how to secure or how to isolate it from the side of the fuselage so it wouldn't rub too much. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with the shape of it. This is the Velcro, which I put on the middle tube up the center of the airplane. I also have the hook tape over there so this can center and go up there. But anyway, like I said, this is the old one, and I'm setting it aside for right now. And basically I just brought it home so that I could trace my outline onto this new one over there. And I cut it out this morning with a plexiglass blade. And one of the things that I had mentioned when I did this other one over here was that after cutting this with the plexiglass jigsaw blade, I like to come back with a bit of a file and then some fine sandpaper to smooth this edge off. And then finally, once I have it nice and smooth, I just take this little torch here, little propane torch, and I hit the edges just so easily like that. Just not very much, just a little bit. And what that does is it gives it a nice rounded edge so that there are no sharp edges. But be very sparing when you do that, because it does not take long to melt it. See that? Nasty. So you got to be very quick with it, and a very quick will give you a nice smooth edge around here. Now on here, I've added my liner, my little black liner. This is the part that will face the edge of the airplane, right down on the top of the cowling or the top of the turtle deck, whatever you want to call that. And I've painted it from the other side. So as you can see, I just kind of stripped away the paint. Oh, looks like I got a little bit of correction to do there. But I taped it, and I just stripped it away there and painted it with just some spray paint. So even though this looks a little ragged right there, it doesn't show through on the other side, which is important. Now, I had mentioned that I had put the or painted the mufflers. I was going to have them done by a company here in Houston, but they did the old bait and switch on me. We agreed on a price, and then they tried to send me an estimate for twice that amount, and we couldn't come to terms, so I told them I'd pick my stuff up and do it myself. I went down and bought some high temp paint, and this time, instead of just getting the garden variety spray can, I opted to put it in my gun and spray it myself. Now what you see here, there are the parts. So what this is, I just let out all my hot air, but this is my makeshift oven. Okay, it's just a cardboard box. I got my heat gun on there, just a little block of wood on top, and then I've got this vent here that I can open up. And of course I've got my thermometer right there. As you can see, it's about 230 degrees in there right now. And I just let it sit in here for about 10 minutes, and then I turn the gun off and let it cool down, and I heat it back up. So this high temperature paint does need to kind of be heated up before you use it. A couple of cycles, and that helps bake it on to the metal. So that's kind of what I've been up to here at the house. Just want to give you guys an update, and also if you want to paint your own mufflers or anything, even if you use a rattle can, you can use this technique right here to just kind of heat them up, because that paint takes a long time to dry if you don't. And you can see it's coming up to about 250 degrees, and once it tops out there, I'll just go ahead and close this vent back up and turn the gun off. Alright, now that box is nice and toasty inside, and this is one good way to get rid of all the humidity and to heat that item up and just let it sit in there. Alright, so that's about it, guys. I've got a horrible mess in here because I've been doing all kinds of painting and whatnot. I thought there might be something else here that I was going to show you. Oh, we got the old cylinder. Hey, for you guys that didn't get a chance to see that, or I'm sorry, that old piston, this is the scoring that took place on that piston that heated up. That's the rear piston, and this was the front piston. This one really didn't have any damage, but decided to go ahead and replace both of them. So we're looking forward to starting Tango Alpha 1's motor. Been using this time here as putting everything back together to, kind of fix some of the things that bothered me. And hopefully when I get it all back together, it's going to be more serviceable. Of course, we'll have a new windscreen without any cracks or pits in it. And also, because we did put the riv nuts in, I'm not going to drill any holes in this one because I do have the riv nut already installed on the airplane. I'll be able to line them up and possibly use those for securing the windscreen. For up here, where the 8L clamps used to connect on the old one, I'm not exactly sure that I want to do that again. Just may end up inviting another crack. So we'll see exactly how well this one fits. This stuff is very flexible, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to set that one there so it can finish drying, but I want to take the old one here. Now, this is the old windscreen. People ask, well, how do you shape it? Well, there's not much shaping going on. Basically, I cut it out to the shape that I want, but look at this. Can y'all see how far I can bend that? Let's try and set you guys up here. Alright, let's see, where am I at? Alright, so hopefully you guys can see. But this stuff is almost break proof when it comes to just bending and whatnot. Now, that doesn't mean it can't take a stress crack like it did here. But as far as shaping, I just lay this thing down where I want it and secure it. So very flexible stuff. It's Lexan, not acrylic. The acrylic would break. Okay, guys, I guess that's about it for right now. I'll get back with you guys when I get back out at the airport and we finish doing the rest of the rebuild or the rest of the buttoning up on Tango Alpha 1. And we're preparing for first flight on the new engine. So stay tuned, keep watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day.